Yes. What is good, my people? Welcome back to Computer Music Academy's weekly homework podcast. I am your host, Tashira Say. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Welcome to week number 90 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Man, this is going to be a pretty interesting week. I know I always say that, but you know what? We've been going pretty hard in 2015. And we've been meeting, the people have been meeting some very crazy challenges and just knocking them all out the park. So if you're a fan of CMA, you've been watching the podcast for the last couple of years, we have these weeks that I like to call Do What You Like, based after one of my favorite groups of all time, Digital Underground, of course. But where you basically get the chance to do what you like. It's no strict assignment or instructions or restrictions. It's just, hey, this is your opportunity to jump on a podcast and rock out doing whatever you like. So we actually have 4 submissions. I was kind of hoping for a lot more, but maybe people decided to take a week off for whatever reason. But okay. But we actually have 4 submissions this week, starting off with a gentleman who has, every time he shows up, he's been knocking it out the park, and I'm very, very happy to have him aboard. My man, JSP8. Let's get it in. Yes, JSP8 doing his thing. Okay, I see you, bro. In his submission, he actually said, I'm trying something new. I'm not sure if I always hit it, but I at least try something new, and it's always a really good learning experience. And I got to give it to him. That track is really, really nice. If for nothing else, now I do enjoy everything about the track, but what I'm getting ready to say is just as an example. But one thing I really do appreciate about this beat is the fact that it's not just your standard hook, verse. This dude actually breaks things up, and he's making music. He's making compositions. He's actually creating, he's breaking up the monotony. That's basically what I want to say. And there's so many people that, outside of CMA that try to direct me towards their beats, and I'm like, this is cool, but you could be doing a lot more with it. It's all about that variation. And you don't have to get it to where it's crazy, because there's been a couple people that have come, 1 or 2 people that have come through CMA, as well as a lot of other people I've heard their music where they have a little too much variation to where it gets confusing and it hurts my brain. And I'm pretty sure it hurts everyone else's brain. But just to have a nice amount of variation and change ups and adding some excitement and dynamics to, to the track. That's what JSP is bringing with this particular track. A different sounding track. It's crazy. I didn't expect it when I first heard the drums that came in. I didn't expect it to go where it did, and it ended up in a very, very cool place. So JSP, my man just keeps bringing it, man. Thank you for being a part of what we do, man. All right, moving on to a gentleman we haven't heard from in a couple of weeks now, but he's back. And I'm very excited very eager to get to this beat. So my man, Mike Notes, let's go.
Start rocking, mind no introduction and on it. Start rocking, mind no introduction and on it.
Double negative.
Yes. Mike Notes. Got some double negative representation this week. That's what I'm talking about. Mike Notes with obviously, unless you're like 10 years old, or yeah, I guess that's about right. Obviously, that's like a dedication to the great Rakim, the God MC. Man, that was dope. Even used, I know that definitely in that second half, like around the 1:30, that was Check Out My Melody that he actually sampled. I got to go back and listen to it and see if he used like other, Rakim joints that he, beats that he's rocked over. But I really, really like that. I like of course I like the drums. I'm all about breakbeat drums. And that's what Double Negative does. Notes and Wireless, that's what they do. But I love the drums that he used for that. I love the sequences, the chops. I love the vocal stabs from Rakim. I really enjoyed that second part, like I was telling you, with the Check Out My Melody. The beginning part of that. Yeesh. Boy, nice. Glad to have you back in here, bro. You gotta come through a little bit more often. All right, moving down south, going to visit our man who continues to bring it every single week, DJ Nocturnal. Let's go. Dog, what in the hell is going on in Nocturnal's house in his life? Man, I need to make a flight down there and go shake his wife's hand or something. This dude he's living life. And it's jeez, dude. Life is good for this dude because his tracks have been insane. Holy crap. This dude has been bringing it, and as the weeks progress, as we do more and more assignments, this dude is just coming through and being more and more impressive. And I'm not just saying as he's getting better. No, he's killing these tracks, dude. Wow. That was very, very nice, dude. Jeez. I loved everything about it. His sequencing, his mixes, his concepts. Everything that he's doing in his songs now is just, geez, what in the hell, man? I really love, there's a couple things that really stood out to me about this particular track. The first one is like in the very beginning, you hear that synth and that actually reminded me of I think it's Donald Byrd and the Blackbirds, the Rock Creek part. It reminded me of that same synth, that exact same synth that came from that. That was really dope. And then the rest of the song actually kicked in like around the 36, 37, somewhere in that area. But then the beat changed up a little bit and brought in some more elements. And then this dude, and he told me in advance, he left it in his submission that said that he had rapped on the hook. And I didn't know what to expect. And that was very, very dope. We talked on Twitter, I think it was Saturday, after he sent the submission. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm hoping it passes the Tashir test. Nah, bro, that's pretty dope. I really enjoyed that. And I know where that comes from. I kind of know where that's inspired by, and I'm totally fine with that. Watching, and I could be wrong. Let me state that before I go any further. But watching what Sho-Nuff has been doing, maybe Locke said, you know what? I think I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna actually rap on my hooks or do vocal stuff within the track, and that's totally fine, man. The one thing I don't want to hear when it comes to the WHA, WHP, is some people have done it before. They have actually submitted tracks where people are rapping over them. It's like, I'm not here to hear people rapping over beats. You know what I'm saying? Really, because not everybody is a good rapper. And a lot of times that people make beats for people to rap over nowadays, people outside of CMA, it's what I was just talking about, where there's the verse, hook, and it's nothing spectacular for the beat in most cases. It's all about the rapper or whoever's performing over the track. That's the one reason why I really don't care for people rapping over. I don't play people rapping over beats on the podcast. I've actually had to edit out a couple of things before that you guys never knew. But, they have submitted beats where people rapping. I'm like, dude, this is not what this is about. This is making music. This is not about the instrumental aspect of the music, not the rapping or whatever. But that being said, the way Sho, I don't know if you remember Silo Nasra that was with us last fall, the way they were putting their stuff together, where Silo and Sho, they kind of singing over it a little bit, but not entirely through through the track. That works for me. If you want to just do something for the hook or a little bit over here or whatever, something as a breakdown or a chorus, that's entirely fine. I'm here to listen to the music and analyze or critique these beats. So shout out to Locke for that. I hate that I took so long to get my point across, but shout out to Locke for that. That was incredible. And speaking of Sho-Nuff, let's have him close the show. Let's get it in. Sho-Nuff closing out week number 90 of the weekly homework assignment / podcast. Wow. Are you serious right now, Doug? Leave it to Sho-Nuff to do a cross of like a neo soul with some dubstep. That is insane, man. I could be wrong, but that's like the first time I've ever heard something like that. That's ridiculous. And I've heard a nice amount of, multiple electronic genres and subgenres. I don't know if I've heard anything quite like this, though. Man, this is sickening, dude. And you see, this is what happens when you put people through the test. You run them through the reins or however you want to say it. And then you say, okay, cool. Now you go do what you want. And this is the type of stuff that comes back. Not to say I'm not taking responsibility for Sho at all, because Sho was already a great musician before coming to CMA. But it just goes to show this is what happens when you kind of put people through different stuff and give them certain restrictions and limitations and make sure that they're sticking to this particular assignment or whatever. And then it's like, okay, now take a breather. Go do your own thing. And this is the kind of stuff that people think of. I mean, this entire podcast, I enjoyed every single submission. Very, very dope. Man, but Sho-Nuff's, what the hell, dude? Always, as always, sequenced well, mixed well, drums and everything in the bass. I mean, everything in the song is heard and has its own presence. Concept is just ridiculous. I mean, what the hell, dude? Excellent submission, man. I enjoy some Sho-Nuff. I really do. I enjoy this dude's work. I have to go there and say this is my favorite so far. But he's going to mess around in another week or so and give me another one to say, this is my favorite. Okay, and then here's another one that's my favorite. So, but dude, thank you for being a part of what we do, man. Please continue to bring it, man, and inspire everybody else. Because you're not just inspiring the rest of the community, so to speak. You're inspiring myself as well. So, yeah, bruh, take that. So shout out to Sho-Nuff, DJ Locturnal, Mike Notes, JSP8, and thank you, the watcher, the listener, for supporting us, being a part of what we do every single week. If you would like to do what we do, be a part of CMA, it's very simple. Come on over to computermusicacademy.com and join us. It's that simple. I'm done for the week. You enjoy the rest of your week, and I will talk to you next time. See ya.